The myth and magic of Kumari Kandam, an eternal love. The Miraman, city in the south of the world, near the edge of the continent, in the empire. While it in no way resembles any ancient history in the ancient world in the past, the civilized world is quite different in many ways. The sunset was purple, with drops of rain and the wispy clouds covered. The lights in the ghost city are still due to the sudden winter closing in. The lights are golden, near sunrays. On the edge of the city, deep in the forests of the outskirts, there's a series of old mountains, which gradually become higher land where the forest ends, and the country stops just beginning. The rain began to fall harder. Many years of dust and wind storms have taken their toll on the old cities and ships in their maze of canyons. However, much has been cleaned up and renewed, and many renovations and additions have been made in the near future. Most of this city's inhabitants are from the human race. Now, they are getting ready for a festival and carnival. Many people are busy decorating the street and the homes for the occasion. People are engaged in the arts of making food, in tinkering with the place they live, and in religious activities like Mass, many on their way to an event they are going to be attending. The summer season is like a glowing orange. The moon's high position above the clear sky makes the sky look more dazzling. Beautiful farmhouses with large wooden roofs spring up with giant, upright apple plants, sprout tall trees of all kinds. In the darkness that shrouds this land, the cave squeaks, the candles hissing out their fragrances of fragrant jasmines and candles. In the cave, a young woman named Veena shines a torch around, making sure to watch the corners where shadows gather. She stands in a pool of light from a candle, allowing her to see all over her. She was in the cave when she saw it. Raising her head to look, she was sure that it was not there when she fell asleep. The light in the cave had always been dim, but when she sensed something was in the shadows, she felt the need to bring in extra light. She called in the blue light in the deep depths in the cave. At first, she was confused, for she did not see anything. Then, she saw it. Suddenly, she was caught in a grip of fear and anger. She was furious, hearing the rattling breath and the whistling sigh of the thing hidden in the dark. Her hands clutched around her trident. Another day, another battle. She said out loud as she slowly raised her left trident. Her eyes stared into the eyes of a demon named Manish. She let out a loud yell as she bashed a rock with her trident. "My father would pay to have you die, Manish," she said, silently, her voice like a low night wind. With the energy which she had, the thing roiled like some sort of devil, yet she did not take a direct hit. It was the last image which she enjoyed. She then dropped the trident in defeat. The trident felt cold by her bare feet. With others, she knew she had not won. Later in the day, Manish reappeared, but not with the aura of a demon. As he approached her, there was no feeling at all, no connection. Manish always looks at Veena when she wakes up. He stands behind her and sways her head from side to side gently while she woke up. He did that to show her his gratitude. There was something about his way of walking. He did that so, she thought, but the words remain in her head. She came back to her senses. The eyes were no longer swimming as they could be. They were calm and had a calming aura of light. And the lips did not wrinkle and say that he was trying to be funny. The lips stayed pursed near her ear but did not have that same nervous feel to them. She could also feel the warm aura of his presence, but not the intense pleasure she felt when she felt his presence. It was not as if she felt something as was sad by him. Is he scared of me, too? Her hand slowly opens, her fingers curling with almost fear. She touches her hair, and the black strands, there's so much of it, were never very much at all. A single strand of golden hair, and it's nothing at all. The fingers tightly squeeze her hair, much like a warrior might in the past. She let out a slight cough from her lips and closes her hand. And turns away from him, but with the same hesitation. Manish was waiting to see if she would turn, or run, but she had no choice but to turn. She turned but just waited. Manish moved in close to her, but she had no weapon to defend herself. Only the trident. Her hand squeezes still. A forefinger saw a trident, every trident twirling, a jagged shout and weeping with an alarm. And that empty hollow sound could scream. He saw. Her eyes were that strange ocean blue-black. Then they changed to brown eyes, then as they are now. The girl is around 23 years old but looks younger. She is medium height, her weight a normal weight, her eyes different. She has black hair and brown eyes, but it is others' eyes. Eyes are silvery, floating on the edge of sight, but they give off the glow of the distant stars. Her left eye looks slightly larger than the right. She still looks stronger than she should. She is attractive but always with a look of sadness around her eyes. He walks towards her, into the dim light, and gets close, his arms outstretched as if to embrace her. Veena stands still, terrified at first. Her hand continues to do its duty, holding the trident still. He lets out his arms and she walks towards him. She walks slowly into his arms and he brings her towards him. She looks at him as he was looking at her. He looks into her eyes and sees nothing. Only the eyes. He closes his arms around her and she looks up at him. She could have run, but she did not, and in closing her eyes, she touches his arm. Her hair was not out of place. He roars now. Her body trembled as he raises her. She lets out a loud scream, but also a soft one under her breath. She clutches his arm and he takes hold of her and gently lowers her, her body slowly relaxing as she was carried into his arms. Then they reached a tall pile of stone. He lowered her into the pile of stone. Then he had gone, and she was left alone. She now stands on a pile of stone to her left and right. Her eyes look at the stars, and she feels nothing but was felt so. After a beat, she begins walking slowly. The trident is still, but her hand is clutching it. She walks towards the cave, the precipice, and there is the night sky. She closes her eyes and then tears roll from under her eyes. She stands inside the cave like opening and twirls. There is still darkness before her, only her face twirling, her eyes tear black, slightly glowing. She throws a spurt of golden hair to the sky, her eyes still tear, sadness still beaming, twirling her face. There is darkness, then a white-hot flash and a voice is heard. A pure breeze hit the cave hole. She opens her eyes to see a face who looks at her. It is so light that she can touch it. She closes her eyes to see the back of the person's head. It is the statue of Kumari Kandam. She opens her eyes to see her guru's smiling face. She twirls, her sadness turns into a twinkle and her sadness turns into a smile. To be continued. Disclaimer: this story is created by the author and has nothing to do with history.